ChatGPT can sound confident and still be wrong. AI hallucinations happen when models generate answers without reliable factual grounding. Let's begin with confident does not always mean correct. ChatGPT can sound fluent, polished, and confident. But a confident answer is not always a correct answer. An AI hallucination happens when a model generates information that is false, unsupported, or made up. The danger is that the answer may look believable. It may include dates, names, numbers, sources, or explanations that sound real. So the real skill is not only asking AI questions. It is learning when to trust, verify, or challenge the answer. It is learning when to trust, verify, or challenge the answer. That sets up what you will learn. First, we will define AI hallucinations simply. Then we will see why ChatGPT and other LLMs can produce wrong answers. Next, we will look at common hallucination patterns. After that, we will explain grounding, RAG, sources, and verification. We will also cover examples for students, professionals, and businesses. By the end, you will know how to reduce hallucination risk when using AI. With what you will learn in mind, the next piece is what is an AI hallucination. An AI hallucination is an output that appears meaningful but is not factually reliable. It may be completely false. It may mix true facts with wrong details. It may invent a source, citation, or event. It may answer a question even when the model does not have enough information. In simple words, hallucination is when AI fills the gap with a plausible answer. That plausible answer may not match reality. That idea leads directly to why the term hallucination is used. The word hallucination can sound dramatic. But in AI, it describes something specific. The model produces an answer that appears real even when the factual basis is missing or wrong. It is not the same as a human intentionally lying. The model is generating language based on patterns. It does not automatically know whether every claim is true. That is why verification matters. Once why the term hallucination is used is clear, how Chat generates answers becomes much easier to understand. Large language models generate text step by step. They break language into smaller pieces called tokens. They look at the context provided in the conversation. Then they predict what token should come next. This prediction continues until a full answer is formed. This is powerful for language generation. But prediction is not the same as fact-checking. From there, the next practical step is prediction is not the same as truth. This is the key idea behind hallucinations. The model is trained to generate likely language. A likely sentence can still be wrong. A fluent explanation can still contain false details. A realistic citation can still be invented. A good-looking answer can still need checking. Language quality and factual accuracy are different skills. This sets up the next important point, cause 1, missing knowledge. One common cause is missing knowledge. If the model does not have the needed information, it may still try to answer. This can happen with private company data. It can happen with recent events. It can happen with niche facts. It can happen when the question requires a source the model cannot access. When knowledge is missing, guessing becomes a risk. When knowledge is missing, guessing becomes a risk. That sets up cause 2, ambiguous questions. Hallucinations can also happen when the question is unclear. If a prompt misses context, the model may make assumptions. It may guess the audience. It may guess the time period. It may guess the location. It may guess what kind of answer you want. A vague prompt increases the chance of a vague or wrong answer. With cause 2, ambiguous questions in mind, the next piece is cause 3, pattern completion. LLMs are very good at completing patterns. If a question sounds like it should have a standard answer, the model may generate one. Even when the exact fact is unknown, the answer may sound familiar. This is why fake references can look realistic. The title, author, year, and journal may follow a believable pattern. But believable structure does not prove the source exists. Pattern completion is useful, but it can mislead. That idea leads directly to cause 4, pressure to answer. Many AI systems are optimized to be helpful. This can create pressure to answer even when uncertain. Instead of saying, "I do not know," the model may continue confidently. This is dangerous when the topic requires precision. A better system should express uncertainty when needed. A better user should ask for uncertainty and sources. Confidence should not replace evidence. Once cause 4, pressure to answer is clear, common pattern, fabricated sources becomes much easier to understand. One common hallucination pattern is fabricated sources. The model may mention a paper, book, court case, law, statistic, or website. The source may sound professional, but it may not exist. Or it may exist but not support the claim. This is especially risky for research, legal, medical, and financial topics. Always verify important sources directly. From there, the next practical step is common pattern, wrong numbers. Another pattern is wrong numbers. The model may produce a percentage, total, date, price, ranking, or count. It may sound precise, but precision does not guarantee accuracy. Numbers should be checked against source data. For calculations, ask the model to show the steps. For current numbers, use reliable updated sources. This sets up the next important point, common pattern, mixed truth and error. Some hallucinations are hard to spot because they mix truth with error. The answer may begin correctly. Then one detail may be wrong. A date may be off. A person may be misattributed. A real concept may be explained with a false example. This is why partial correctness can be more dangerous than obvious nonsense. That sets up common pattern, fake confidence. AI does not always know when it is wrong. It may state an answer without hesitation. It may use authoritative wording. It may defend an incorrect claim if challenged poorly. This fake confidence can mislead users. A strong-sounding answer should still be tested. Ask for evidence, uncertainty, and alternatives. With common pattern, fake confidence in mind, the next piece is hallucination versus outdated information. Sometimes an answer is wrong because the information is outdated. This is not always the same as a hallucination. A model may know an older fact but miss a recent change. For current topics, laws, prices, tools, models, and news, freshness matters. This is why browsing, official sources, and date checks are important. Ask, what is the source and date? Current questions need current evidence. That idea leads directly to hallucination versus bias. Hallucination and bias are related risks, but they are not the same. Hallucination is about factual unreliability. Bias is about unfair, skewed, or unbalanced representation. An answer can be factual but biased. An answer can be unbiased in tone but factually wrong. Good AI use requires checking both. Accuracy and fairness both matter. Once hallucination versus bias is clear, grounding, the main defense becomes much easier to understand. Grounding means connecting an AI answer to reliable information. A grounded answer is based on provided documents, databases, web sources, or trusted records. Grounding does not make AI perfect, but it gives the model stronger factual support. It also helps users verify the answer. Grounding is especially important for business, research, education, and high-stakes work. Without grounding, the model may rely too much on patterns. From there, the next practical step is how RAG helps reduce hallucinations. RAG means Retrieval Augmented Generation. It retrieves relevant information before the model answers. The model then uses that retrieved context to generate a response. This can reduce hallucinations by grounding answers in source material. RAG is useful for company policies, manuals, support documents, and knowledge bases. But RAG quality depends on retrieval quality. Bad sources can still create bad answers. This sets up the next important point, why RAG is not magic. RAG helps, but it does not remove all hallucination risk. The retriever may pick the wrong document. The source may be outdated. The model may misunderstand the retrieved context. The answer may overstate what the source says. The system may fail to cite the right passage. So even grounded AI still needs evaluation and review. That sets up verification workflow. A simple verification workflow can reduce risk. First, identify the important claims. Second, ask for sources. Third, open the original sources. Fourth, compare the claim with the source. Fifth, check dates, numbers, and assumptions. For important decisions, ask a human expert to review. Verification is part of responsible AI use. With verification workflow in mind, the next piece is better prompts reduce risk. Good prompts cannot eliminate hallucinations, but they can reduce guessing. Give context clearly. Ask the model to state assumptions. Ask it to say when information is missing. Ask for sources when facts matter. Ask it to separate facts from recommendations. A better prompt creates a safer answer. That idea leads directly to ask for uncertainty. One powerful habit is asking for uncertainty. You can ask, what are you unsure about? You can ask, which parts need verification? You can ask, what assumptions did you make? You can ask, what would change this answer? This encourages the model to expose weak points. A useful AI answer should show confidence limits. Once ask for uncertainty is clear, student example becomes much easier to understand. A student asked ChatGPT for a historical explanation. The answer sounds clear, but it includes a wrong date and a made-up quotation. The student should not copy it directly. They should verify the date in a textbook or trusted source. They should check whether the quotation exists. AI can help learning, but it should not replace source checking. From there, the next practical step is business example. A business user asks AI to summarize a supplier contract. If the model has no contract, it may give a generic summary. If it sees the wrong contract version, it may produce outdated guidance. If it misses an exception clause, the recommendation may be risky. The safer workflow is to use the correct source document. Ask for cited clauses. Then route important decisions for human review. This sets up the next important point, research example. A researcher asks AI for academic references. The model may generate real-looking papers. Some may be real. Some may be fake. Some may be real but irrelevant. The researcher must open the original papers. A citation is useful only if it exists and supports the claim. A citation is useful only if it exists and supports the claim. That sets up high-stakes topics need extra care. Hallucinations are more dangerous in high-stakes topics. Medical, legal, financial, safety, and employment decisions need extra caution. AI can help organize information, but it should not replace qualified professionals. Use official sources. Check facts independently. Keep a human expert in the decision loop. With high-stakes topics need extra care in mind, the next piece is common beginner mistakes. Beginners often make a few repeated mistakes. They trust confident answers too quickly. They do not ask for sources. They copy citations without opening them. They use outdated answers for current topics. They ignore uncertainty. They use AI for decisions that need expert review. That idea leads directly to safe AI use checklist. Use this simple checklist before trusting an AI answer. Is the question current or high stakes? Did the model provide sources? Did you open the original source? Are numbers, dates, and names verified? Did the model state uncertainty? Does this decision need human review? If the answer affects people, money, health, or law, verify carefully. Once safe AI use checklist is clear, final content recap becomes much easier to understand. AI hallucinations happen when models generate plausible but unreliable answers. They can happen because of missing knowledge, ambiguity, pattern completion, or pressure to answer. They often appear as fake sources, wrong numbers, mixed details, or fake confidence. Grounding and RAG can reduce the risk, but they do not make AI perfect. The safest approach is clear prompting, reliable sources, uncertainty checks, and human review. Use AI as a powerful assistant, not as an unchecked source of truth. To wrap up, here is the key takeaway. You now have a structured overview of AI hallucinations explained, why ChatGPT gets answers wrong. Review the core ideas, connect them to examples, and revisit concepts like confident does not always mean correct. What you will learn, what is an AI hallucination? When practicing. Subscribe to Easy Machine Learning Guide if you want to learn AI through simple explanations and real industry examples.